can't play running back or linebacker at 280. So the best thing for me, like I kind of looked at it as like right now I can be an athletic D tackle, which is not like pretty common. Like I would say like my footwork is pretty good compared to like other D tackles. So just seeing that, I always kept that in my mind. Like whenever the running backs or the linebackers were doing footwork stuff, like I'd join in because that adds a different aspect to my game that some people might overlook. So that was kind of like how I looked at it.
And I guess just the process of coming to IU, what made IU the choice over kind of other schools you were looking at?
As soon as I came on my visit, like my first day here, I kind of knew, like, I wanted to commit on my visit, but then I kind of overlooked, like, I just wanted to see other schools and compare it. And just coming here, like, with Coach Allen and how much he preaches family, like, my first week here, just seeing how close the whole team is. Like, I know that, like, some coaches might preach something, and, like, but that's only on the recruiting trip. You might get there and it might not be there, but just seeing how the whole team's close and seeing how it trickles down from, like, Coach Allen and the other coaches, I definitely knew that I made the right choice.
TK talks about kind of his journey to football from Canada, where obviously, you know, it's kind of a secondary sport to something like hockey. Just what was your kind of journey to the sport, and at what point kind of did it bring you to Clearwater?
So I was born in New Zealand. Rugby is the most dominant sport there, so I learned rugby. I moved when I was 8 to American Samoa, and then that's where I picked up football. My dad and my uncle they're pretty well known in football back on the island, so it was kind of like something I had to do, just living up to our last name. And at that point, when I was in 8th grade, I kind of knew that football was kind of like my way of getting a better education and doing something with my life and just being able to give back to like those who've helped me. And then when I was 15, we moved to Australia, and then football is a secondary sport there. They only played 9-man for like my age group, and then I went back into rugby. And then I was trying to find a way, like I was deciding to go to junior college or something. And then my uncle knew my head coach, right? My old head coach at high school. And there was an opportunity for me to come play high school football there. And then I was like, this is my chance to come play college football and find a way to play college football. So that's how I got it.
What what's this process like? Just being able to go through it, with a teammate from Clearwater and DK.
It's been special. Like you meet somebody from a different part of the world, and you think like, how could two people like this come together? And then just seeing like how we had the same thoughts and stuff about IU after our visits. It was kind of like, you trust someone so much, and like just knowing they had the same feeling, it was kind of like a no-brainer that Bloomington was definitely our next home. So it's been a special journey.
Kind of going back to what Zach was talking about earlier with you eventually making your way to, the defensive line. What was kind of your reaction through that process as the coaches were telling you, hey, we think maybe this might be a better fit for you as you were kind of switching between each of those positions?
Yeah, I would say it was kind of weird because like when I was in freshman, I told myself I'll never be a lineman. I couldn't see myself being a lineman. But then 10th grade, when I started gaining weight, I kind of saw as like if I become a lineman, I can be at least one of the most athletic linemen on the team. So I kind of saw as like that's a way I'll be able to get college exposure and stuff. So that's like how I saw it.
And forgive me if you've already been asked this, but what was kind of the progression to get to that point? I know from talking to your coach previously, and I'm sure Zach brought it up too, that obviously you were running back at one point, right?
Yeah. I would say getting to Clearwater, I was 280, and I was kind of still like on the light side of being a nose tackle.
Okay.
And then just with them helping me with like the weight program, because like in Australia we didn't have like practice every day, gym every day. So just being under that kind of really helped me just gain my weight and then put it to good weight, and then just helping me work on the little stuff that would like eventually help me get here.
What other positions did you play besides running back?
I played running back, linebacker, and tight end. Kind of like when I was trying like from 9th grade to sophomore year.
Okay. Well, did you have a favorite among those? Do you miss playing offense at all?
I love running back. Yeah. I mean, I was talking to Coach Hurt. I don't know. I mean, Coach Hart. He said he would use me in the red zone. I don't know. I'm gonna hold him up to it. Like I feel like I could still do it, but I'm gonna hold him up to it. Definitely ask him during the season.
The background in rugby, I guess, did you feel like there are things that maybe that taught you about body control, footwork, just different things that maybe translated to football?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like rugby definitely pressures big guys to move like skilled players, because in rugby, like the guys who return kickoff are the big guys. So like linemen are returning kickoffs. So and you're kind of pressured to have better ball handling skills, so like catching and passing. So it kind of like when you see rugby players, you see big guys that are moving like skilled players. So that kind of like really transitioned well to football.
And there was never any kind of pull to just stick with rugby and let that be what took you forward?
Yeah, I kind of like, at first I was kind of questioning, because like when I moved to Australia, football wasn't really going as I planned. Like freshman year, like I thought like freshman year I would at least, like by the time I got like to a little bit before my junior year, I would have college interests. But I was in a country where like they only played rugby. A lot of teams, like professional development teams, were asking me if football was really something I wanted to do, and I was like, yeah, there's no question. Like, I know football is meant for me.
Who are some guys that maybe you looked up to, or you try to model your game after, maybe, at the NFL level? Do you have any favorite players growing up, especially, because I know there are a lot of guys, from your background who have gone on to have some successful careers in the NFL.
I like Haloti Nada. He's definitely somebody I looked up to, just like the passion that he played with and like the aggression he played with as a D tackle, and then just like how he used football just to give back to his community, and like the things he was able to do, like he'd help like make tutoring services for students who needed help with SATs and stuff. Just seeing that kind of really inspired me, like to use this ability to be able to give back to people.
We talked about the weight room, just kind of one last one, at least for me. But as you kind of get knee deep in it now, I know you've only been here for a little bit, but kind of what are the priorities for the summer as you kind of build toward fall camp?
Coach Blue and Dr. Ray and the entire strength staff, they're definitely one of the main reasons why I also came here, because just meeting after them and just seeing like how they're able to analyze different data and like use it to better their players. Just coming in, I knew that like I'm strong, but I'm not as strong as where I should be, and just like I just wanted to be part of that right away. So like with the summer, like my goals are to get stronger, like upper body wise. Lower body, like I'm pretty strong with squat and stuff, but like I can always improve that. So just overall, just to kind of improve my strength and just be able to be like a dominant force in the Big Ten.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Sio. Appreciate
Thank you so
it.
much.
I'm Stu Jackson.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rival Site, by the way.
Say your name for me one more time, so I got it recorded.
Okay, Sio Nofoagatoto'a.
Jim Coyle, Indian Sports Speak.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Sio, we're going to do one more grab here.
Okay.
Next Wednesday, and the Wednesday after the 4th.